So great that we were lucky that, the India team was lucky. The whole India was lucky that because of your stellar performances, both as a batsman and bowler, you contributed towards many victories. Let's go back to your injury. I've heard that you have been doing some research, or your team has done some research about why a lot of kids don't come back after this injury. Do you want to talk about that? How to avoid, what's the summary of your research?
I think, see, whenever injury happens to any player, especially in this game, you always go back and analyze. Okay, is it worth? Am I going to come back and do the same way or perform the same way?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all gray areas, gray thoughts. It keep coming to you because you're injured, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you need to fight it out. So you need a good mental strength. You need to have a good motivators around you. You need to have a good coaching. You need to have a good system so that they keep on pushing you along the sides of your fitness, skill, and psychologically they need to be updated. They need to be upfront and tell you that there is absolutely fine. You can go ahead and play.
Mm-hmm.
The positive feedback really, really makes a player better. You need not worry about injury. Injury is part of your career. You have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
If not today, tomorrow, or day after, it will happen. So you can't be shy and getting worried about the injury part and play cricket. You
Mm-hmm.
got to play freely. If it is bound to happen, it's bound to happen. You cannot stop it. Not me, not you. Every great cricketer had an injuries, had an niggles. They all have gone through that. But how strongly they have overcome that. It's
Right.
very important that how you become more stronger whenever you get injured.
Right.
That is very important. That sort of a communication, the coaches, the trainers, the physios, your team management should always keep giving positive feedback whenever you get injured. Even otherwise, whenever you lose also, there should be always a positive feedback rather than going into a post-mortem and looking at what things have not done, what things have happened, rather than how could I get better and perform better in the next game.
I see.
Whenever if someone has an injury,
Mm-hmm.
what sort of an injury, where does it happen, how does it happen? It
Mm-hmm.
might be a freak injury also. People will trip down while walking,
Mm-hmm.
right? People will trip down while training. People
Right.
will trip down while jogging. And players in this great game, players get hurt while catching the ball, right? They
Right.
get the web cutting, so they get a sprained hamstrings, they get a sprained shoulders. So if you have a proper warm up, proper stretching, if you focus on a proper fitness routine and regime,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you will ever get an injury to your body. Yeah, cricketing injury is part. You never know when it has happened, but always be ready for it.
Yeah.
The
Right.
more you shy away, the more you're bound to get injuries
Mm-hmm.
because
So,
you're not giving a full-hearted effort in that. You're scared and giving half-hearted effort. That's
mm-hmm.
where the most of the injuries do happen.
Thank you, sir. So let's move on to the next question.